Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, the Babylon Bee, which, if you haven't heard of them, they're like a satire newspaper web column type deal. I believe they want themselves to be something like a conservative version of The Onion. But anyway, they were recently banned off of Twitter, or suspended, one of the two. And the reason behind their suspension was a post about Rachel Levine. I'm not honestly, I'm bad with names, but it's a member of our government, transgender woman who they made a post about her saying that she was Times Man of the Year, and they got a hate speech violation and got their account suspended. If I'm remembering correctly, the owner or creator made some post himself talking about we're not going to delete this. This is violating our free speech. And first of all, free speech violations are only in effect of your government. You know, a private institution, which unfortunately, with how massive they are, it seems weird to say that, but it is basically a public forum, any social media. You are beholden to their terms of service. And part of that terms of service is recognizing people's legal status or protected statuses. And the lady who they're talking about, yes, she's a transgender woman. She was assigned male at birth and has gone through gender reassignment and is legally considered a woman now, paperwork wise, legally a woman. So, if you are to point something like that out and say that this person is actually a man, yes, that would be hate speech in a terms of service kind of way. I'm not really sure how that would affect in like legal settings, like actual court of law, but more than likely, if it were, you know, say with any sort of, when crimes become hate crimes, attacking somebody doesn't make it a hate crime, but attacking them because of their, these sort of protected classes, race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, if that's the reason for the attack, that's what makes it a hate crime. So even then, like, there's no grounds he could stand on for something like that because at the end of the day, they are the ones at fault. They are denying somebody their legal status. And regardless of like the social acceptance side of being trans, the reason this was such a the reason the suspension came down on their account so hard this time is because this is legal backing. You know, I don't know how that would work for like something like slander or libel or whatever, but with most, I would assume all trans people that you talk to, they do want to get through that legal side of things to have their identity legally changed so they can be the person who, that they are. Those kind of violations against somebody, it's, for one, it's factually incorrect. That's one thing with me looking at a post like that, complaining you got suspended for lying because that's what it is. um the like lack of humanity side of things, of denying a person for something like that, I can't, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around something like that because at the end of the day, it doesn't, anybody who's in that position of government, which I think she runs, I think she's like in the cabinet. She does something with medicine, but I'm very dumb and it's early, so forgive me. But it doesn't matter who's in that chair, as long as it's a competent person who has the wherewithal, the education, degrees, backing to prove that they can serve in that role. I don't care if it's a man or a woman or someone non binary or someone who's transgender. If you have the chops to do the job, do the job. It it just seems petty to me to kind of do these kind of attacks on somebody. Like if there's something that she's done in her position, by all means, I've said before, we're all worthy of criticism. But if your only thing to criticize is they used to be this way and now they are no longer this way, do you not want people to change? Do you not want people to be happy? It doesn't make sense why you would, aside from just trying to make people angry, which, hey, good job, but you also suspended your account over this. So who's really winning this fight? I This is something that my little video is not going to stop. There's always going to be comments like this about transgender women in positions of power in not only the government structure but in anything, and that also stands for transgender men. It's a very, I'll never be able to understand it. You know, I try to, but it just doesn't make much sense to me why you would get angry at somebody over who they are. But we'll see where the day takes us. Y'all have a good one.